What is up, everybody? Leone here today with another review for you guys. Hope everybody is doing well. Today we are going to be looking at the Eleaf 40-watt temperature control mod. So the Eleaf 40-watt temperature control mod. Yes, that is the review that we're working on today. I've had this for not very long, to be honest with you. I've had it for about 4 days, and I may start this off by saying it's been a joy. Just like the old iStick 20-watt, the first of the iStick family came out. It's small. It's as small as those. I mean, all the iSticks are small. This is... I wish I had my 20-watt. My dad has it because they gave it to him, but they are identical in size. I put them side by side. They're identical in size. It's very, very tiny. The little guy is what I like to call it. So, where are you going to get this? What is it? How much is it going to cost you? And all that other fun stuff. Let's get to it. I got mine from, oh my god, yetivape.com. I've never used them, but I do hear a lot of good things of them as far as vendors go. It was $45, and I believe I had free shipping, so that was all good and dandy. I ordered from them because I wanted to actually try some of their juices, and I saw this on their site, and I'm like, I've been wanting to try it, so let me order one of these too. They have some really good juice, which I'll talk about in another review coming up here. It's a 40-watt temperature-controlled mod that's capable of wattage or temp control. It's got a 2600 milliamp hour battery in it, and it's a built-in battery, so you do have to charge it via the micro USB provided. Some quick specs on it here. I'm on Eleaf's website, so I can give you the nitty-gritty. 510 threaded device with a spring-loaded 510 pin. They are stainless steel threads. It's a stainless steel thread insert that they put in there because they're stronger, so you don't strip them. You can do up all the way down to 0.05 ohms in temp mode, up to an ohm. You can go down to 0.15 to all the way up to 3.5 ohms in wattage mode. Temp ranges are 100 to 315 Celsius and 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So you have the option of both of those. It will take approximately 3.5 hours to get a full charge via a 1 amp wall adapter on an empty battery. They recommend the Eleaf GS tank, which actually I am getting one somewhere else, which I'll be reviewing that hopefully in the near future. And those two holes on the top, or those two little, I should say, slits, these little guys here, which I showed you in the close-up, these little lines or whatever you want to call them, those are for, they call it a necklace hole. It's not a necklace hole, it's for a lanyard. It's for a lanyard. They sell a lanyard. I see it on their website that actually clips into those two holes, and you can carry it around your neck. So if you're somebody that likes to put your mod in a lanyard, there you go. That's what those two holes are. So that is a little bit of the nitty-gritty on the Eleaf iStick 40-watt. Let's go up close so you can get more on it, and we'll come back and wrap this up. Alright, so here we are up close with the Eleaf iStick TC 40-watt, TC standing for temperature control. This is the express kit, so it's just the unit itself. They have another kit which comes with a tank and a USB cable, but this one is just the unit. So cheap, shitty box here. They really skimped out on the packaging, just a regular box. Scratch and check area here to verify it's authentic, and it comes in black, silver, blue, and gray. And yes, you just get a manual in there, so that's that. Here's the 50-watt. 50-watt being a little bit taller, as you can see there, but definitely a lot more in diameter and thickness here. Definitely a thicker, beefier mod, but very similar design, same type of paint coating on here. 510 here, you do have a spring-loaded 510 pin. You have these two holes here, which I'm not sure what that's for, to be honest with you. And then you have some numbers here, which maybe it's a serial number. It's like a chrome plating here on top and chrome plating on bottom. The bottom, you still have the USB charge port down here, which I don't know why they haven't moved it yet to the sides, at least. Kind of like the iStick 50, where it's got it up top. Oh, yeah, that's still there. Yeah, and then on the face here, you have the buttons. Now, what they did, if you remember the 20 watt, the 510 pin was actually on the flat side. So I'm glad they actually listened and they moved it over to the rounded side. So you have more of a flush look now when you put an Addy on here that's 22 millimeters. It will sit nice up to this edge. You do have airflow cutouts here if you do use something that gets its airflow through the 510. So yeah, on the face here, flat side, 5 clicks, turns are on. And you have your screen. Very familiar looking screen here. You can see, well, you can't see. Let me put an atomizer on here real quick. This is the Ego 1 Mega Tank with the rebuildable section in here, and I got a temp coil in there, a nickel coil I should say. And you can see it's reading 0.08, and it's automatically set to 40 watts. You cannot adjust the wattage in temp mode. You can only adjust the temperature. I kind of like it, and I kind of don't like it. I do like it in the fact that it is easy to for somebody that's new to temp control. All they got to worry about is their temp and not have to worry about their wattage. 40 watts is a pretty good set point, to be honest, but sometimes I feel like if I'm using something like a K-Fun, I'm doing mouth to lung kits, I would like to bump the wattage down, but I can't in temp mode. So it is foolproof for a beginner, but then again, for somebody that's seasoned and done and used these a little bit, I would like the control over it, but I could see why they did it. So you can go all the way down to, I believe, 200, yes, 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. Then you can go into Celsius, and that's 315 degrees Celsius, all the way down to, I believe, 100 and, is it 15? No, 100. So 100 to 315 degrees Celsius. To switch from temperature mode over to wattage mode, you just press this little center button here, and boom, you're in wattage mode. And in wattage, it will go all the way down to 1 watt and all the way up to 40 watts. Sorry, I was drawing a blank there. And to switch back to temp mode, you just hold the center button and you're back in temp. And to lock your Addy, to use the Addy lock feature that's on here, all you gotta do is press the power and the up button at the same time. And you'll see now the ohm symbol appeared, that unlocked it. So now to lock it, do it again. And boom, you'll see a little lock there. Now your resistance is locked in temp mode. To unlock it once again, just hold up and the fire button together. Now lock it back. Okay. And also, if you hold the power button and the down button, it will turn stealth mode on, which means it's firing, but nothing's happening on the screen. To turn stealth mode off, hold those buttons again, and it says stealth off. Hold the up and the down buttons together. You will lock the setting on your device, so you can't change the wattage on it, but you can still fire it, as you're hearing there. You just can't adjust anything. And that's basically the menu. All the buttons are nice and clicky. Very familiar to the, again, all the other Eleaf iSticks out there. Very nice little buttons here. And the fire button's a little different than the other ones. This one's got a roundish type one, or a squarish, but it curves. This one's a little different. Actually, this one jets out. And I do like this one, actually. I do like the feel. There's really a little bit, very little rattle. But it is very clicky. I do like the feel of this button. It's nice, firm press. Solid. No complaints. But yes, and then you have, you know, iStick TC41 on this side, and it says Eleaf on this side. But that is pretty much it. Let's go up top and let's talk about this little guy a little more. So, the iStick 40 watt temp control. It's been a relatively good mod. I really have very few, actually almost none, as far as complaints go. I have one complaint on it, which I should have showed close up, but I didn't. And it is the 510 thread insert that they put in here. Remember how earlier I was saying they put a stainless steel insert in there? Yes. Well, once again, Eleaf and Joytech, because they're the sister companies, this thread here is sticking up. So nothing actually sits flush. Everything I put on there has a freaking gap. You can see that insert there is jutting up. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but it is jutting up. And no matter what I put on there, And let's see if you can see it, because it is minute, but it is there. So there you go. You can sort of see that there's about a hairline, a hair or two of a gap going on down there. Now, what I think it is the reason they're doing this is to keep the mod from heating up. So they're keeping the addy just an inch off, an inch, not even an inch. It's literally a hairline up, so it doesn't heat the mod up. That's what I'm thinking. That's my only con, really, and my only negative and gripe with this device. Because everything else has been, well, the other gripe was what we talked about close up, is the fact that in temp mode I can't adjust my wattage. Now, that's a con and a pro, because it's good for people getting into it, and this is very good beginner temp control mod for beginners into temp mode. The positives are pretty much everything else about this guy. It's small, very small. The fire button is really nice, very clicky, very good feeling fire button. It does temp control. Goes up to 40 watts, up to 600 degrees Fahrenheit. It's got a 2600 milliamp hour battery, which could be a negative for some people, but if they did put a bigger battery in it, it would be a bigger device, maybe a little bit bigger, like the iStick 50 watt. So again, that's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. Bigger battery, bigger mod, smaller battery, good size mod. So again, it's going to depend. It's not going to last you very long, but it does have the micro USB charge port, so you can charge it if it does run out on you. But it has performed basically stellar. I've had no complaints as far as performance. It works like it's supposed to work. The temp mode works fine. It hasn't gotten stuck on me at all. Again, it's only been 4 days, so maybe it's gonna happen. I don't know. It has addy lock. It reads ohms accurately, and it's just a damn good mod. And let's not forget, it's $45, and I have seen them a little bit cheaper other places. I've seen them as low as, I think, $35, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, affordable temp control right here. This is what I like. China gets in here and starts making their own mods with temp control. Fantastic. This is a great way to try it out. So if you haven't tried temp control and you've been thinking about pulling the trigger, this is a great way to get into it. This mod with a temp control sub-ohm tank would be great for a beginner, just to get your feet wet in the temp control market. Fantastic. Yeah, so if you're looking for this one, check out YetiVape.com, because that's where I got mine at. And also check out Yeti Vape's juice, their custard line specifically. Very good stuff. And then coming up, for those that like juice reviews, I'm going to have, I think, 2 juice reviews coming up. I'm going to make them short and sweet, because I know not everybody's a fan of juice reviews, but I do want to do these reviews for one company out of the UK. And I'm going to do a juice review for the new company, Fumi Vapor, which sent me the gang mod, which is also coming up. So there's quite a bit coming in the pipeline. I got a lot of juices, and I'm going to vape some of them on camera for you and let you know my thoughts. Maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So anyways, I'm Jay Leone, and that's the review at hand. If you'd like to get more from me, you click the subscribe button down here below. And until next time, guys, live well and vape on. Take care.
I'll let you live a little bit with the pain that I bring. You know it's only the beginning. Stop on, 'cause you're the next one, and I'm about to kill. You don't believe it, but I'm betting.